acid on my face, not on my dreams. I have got a second life. Why should I waste it? Lakshmi Agarwal said these words on this very platform. When she was 15 years old, a man twice her age threw acid on Lakshmi's face. Why? Hello everyone. I'm here to discuss on this very point. Why? Because she had refused to marry him. But those scars did not stop Lakshmi from achieving her dreams. Lakshmi is not alone. I have been reading newspapers as a part of my school assignments for some time now, and I was shocked to find out that acid attacks targeting women are very common in our country. This Diwali, when I was helping my mother light diyas, a drop of hot oil fell on my hand. Oh dear, it was unbearable. Now, think of a whole bottle of acid. A whole bottle of acid hitting your face, which is one of the most sensitive parts of the body. I'm sure all of you here can feel the pain. Today, I will share stories of many more Lakshmis with you all. These stories are not just about acid attacks. These are not the stories of victims, but these are the stories of those women who refused to bow down to patriarchy, social stigma, violence, and never asked the question, why me? They not only survived brutal acid attacks, but they also channelized the same tragedies to transform the lives of everyone around them and many more. Coming back to Lakshmi, the acid attack when she was just 15 years old caused her immense physical and mental trauma. She had to undergo 7 surgeries. Later, she decided to knock the doors off the court for justice. She fought the case for 4 years, after which, for the first time in the history of acid attacks, the offenders were sentenced to jail. She told Times of India, "That person attacked me once, but it's the society who kept attacking me again and again with their negativity. People told my family to give me an injection that would kill me, but that would have killed my dreams." Lakshmi Agarwal later joined the Stop Acid Attack campaign and co-founded the Chow Foundation. Today, her foundation assists acid attack survivors in treatments, legal aids, and rehabilitation. She also spearheaded the campaign that led the Supreme Court impose restrictions on acid sales in India. In 2019, Lakshmi won the International Women Empowerment Award from the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Now, let's move on to other brave hearts. Remember, I promised you stories. Anmol Rodriguez has taught me that nothing is impossible in this world. You can accomplish anything if you are determined, no matter the odds you face. Anmol was only 2 months old when her father threw acid on her mother. She was in her mother's lap at that moment and suffered severe burns. She underwent many surgeries and ultimately lost one of her eyes. Her face was left severely disfigured. Growing up, Anmol always wanted to become an actor or a model. She loved the stage, but she was always discouraged from participating in such competitions. At first, maybe this was because she was very young. But as she grew up, it was not because she was very young or she lacked the talent for it, but because her face was not as beautiful as the world saw her, because she did not fit into the society's notion of beauty. Can you imagine growing up with a dream that you're always told you cannot pursue? Everyone, from teachers to elders, awkwardly discouraging you from following your heart. But nobody looking you in the eye and telling you the real reason. And then one day you realize that they are saying no to you not because you don't have the skills for it, but because your face is disfigured. Can you imagine that? Anmol was raised in an orphanage, which added to the difficulties of socializing and making friends. She even had to quit her job due to the discrimination she faced. Despite these odds, today Anmol is a budding fashion icon. She has modeled for several Instagram and YouTube channels. She is currently the face of an online brand's newly launched nightwear range. She has also started an NGO to help acid attack survivors. Anmol has rightly said that acids can change only our faces, but not ruin our souls. We are the same inside out, and we should accept ourselves for who we are and live our lives happily, she told a newspaper once. As I read more about such incidents in the newspaper, I started digging further to find another Lakshmi and another Anmol. There were so many attacks, so many faceless victims, that at one point it left me heartbroken. But like Albus Dumbledore says, happiness can be found in even the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. And then I found my next hero. The light is on. Let's meet Reshma Qureshi. Scars, however small, are not often worn with pride. Most of us here try to hide our scars. But Reshma Qureshi proudly says, "The scars on my face are a part of me, and I don't like to hide them." Reshma was not attacked by a jilted lover or some random man she rejected. She was attacked by her brother-in-law. Now, it's not some hidden fact that when such crimes occur in India, neither the hospital nor police act fast enough. Soon after the attack, Reshma was rushed to a nearby hospital for treatment. But the staff refused to start the treatment until an FIR was filed. Reshma had to wait for more than 7 hours until she could finally get treatment. Can you imagine the excruciating pain she must have felt? Those hours without treatment led to the loss of vision in her left eye. Despite these odds, Reshma and her family stood strong and decided to face society. In 2015, Reshma became a part of the Stop Acid Sale campaign started by an NGO. As a part of the campaign, the NGO shot the series Beauty Tips by Reshma, which became immensely popular. Her videos garnered over 2 million views, turning Reshma into a star. They also received 350,000 signatures on their petitions to stop acid sales in India. Her growing viewership made Reshma realize that she was stronger than before and that she had to bring about a change in the society. Reshma decided to work for the betterment of acid attack survivors and pushed the government for a ban on acid sales in India. Reshma became the first acid attack victim to walk the ramp at the New York Fashion Week 2016. I have learned from Reshma's struggle that beauty is not what you see, Beauty is what you do. Beauty is how you treat others. Beauty is what kind of human being you are. I know you all are wondering, who's the next survivor? What's the next story? To be honest, there are too many. Is this good or bad? I don't know. What I know is that every Lakshmi, every Anmol and every Reshma out there did not deserve what happened to them. No woman should have to go through what they went through to prove anything. What I know is that every brave heart who bears acid attack scars should have had the opportunity to lead a normal life, just like you and me. India tragically tops the global charts when it comes to acid attacks targeting women. Despite laws, punishments and all the noise, the number of such attacks continues to grow. As many as 250 to 300 such incidents are reported every year, while the actual number could exceed 1,000, according to Acid Survivors Trust International. If we truly want a better future for all those who have faced this tragedy, then we all must come together and fight for them. We must demand better rehabilitation for the survivors. Remember, those who attacked Lakshmi, Anmol and Reshma wanted to make sure they would never be able to socialize and lead a normal life. We must prove them wrong. Harsh punishments are important, but they can treat only the symptoms. We can enact the strictest of laws. We can put the offenders of acid attacks behind bars. But will that be enough? Will it ensure that no other Lakshmi, Anmol or Reshma goes through this horrible ordeal? No. Lakshmi has rightly said that the acid attacks will stop only when we treat the acids in our hearts and minds. These attacks will stop only when we all start respecting each other and treating each other like equals. Think about it. On that note, I would like to close it with a thought. Plastic surgery today may be an option to hide the external scars fairly well, but the pain and scars within remain forever. What can be done to erase that? Thank you.